everyone. Welcome back to our next video on doing double crochet. So we are going to do this stitch right here. It's our double crochet. We have already done a video on our single crochet and our half double crochet. If you need more instruction on how to do a slip knot or a chain or how to use stitch markers, please feel free to go visit this video with the single crochet that I have linked in the description if you need that. But we are going to start on this one today. So we are going to start with our slip knot. And we're going to chain 24. All right, that's 24. The reason we're doing 24 instead of 25 like we did our previous stitches is because we're going to do a little bit of something different on our chains to rise up the height of the stitch. So with our single crochets and our half double crochets, our chains did not count as a stitch because they just, slipped in there. It didn't make any difference as far as what the side of the piece looked like. So what we are going to do with the double crochet is we are going to count our chain stitches that bring up the height of the stitch as a stitch on its own. So we had our single crochet, that was a 1 chain to bring up the height. Our half double crochet was 2 chains to bring up the height, and this one is going to be 3 chains to bring up the height. So we want a total of 25 stitches here. So we have chained 24, and then our chain 3 that goes up is counted as our first double crochet of that row. I know it may sound confusing, but when you see it, you will understand what I'm talking about, and I'll show you what a piece looks like if you do not count that chain 3 as a stitch. So right now we are going to chain 3 for the height of those stitches. 1, 2, 3, and that chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. So we are going to start working in our 4th chain from the hook right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is where we're going to work. So like the half double crochet, we are also going to wrap around the yarn before we go into that chain. So we wrap around once. We're going to go in that 4th chain from the hook, wrap around and bring it back through. We've got 3 loops on our hook. With the half double crochet, we would have gone all the way through. We would have wrapped around our yarn and gone through all 3 of these loops. But with this one, we are going to go through 2. Now we have 2 loops on our hook, and we are going to wrap around and go through 2 again. All right, you see how right now we have that chain 3 that is the same height as this double crochet right here. And what we're going to do is we are going to mark our first double crochet, which is actually chains, but it's going to be a little confusing, but I'll show you so that you can see it. So you have this stitch right here. That is the one that we just completed. That's the real double crochet. All right. And this chain 3 is kind of like a a double crochet, a real double crochet. This is like a mock double crochet. So we have that chain 3, that 1, 2, and 3. So we are going to take that last chain. I know it's a little confusing, just bear with me. So that 1, 2, 3, that chain right there, and we are going to mark that right there as our last stitch. So when you're doing those chains, to raise up the height for your stitches, just remember to keep them nice and loose so that you can work into them on our return row. All right, so now we are going to work in our chains like we have been, and we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, we're going to go into that next chain, going to bring up a loop. I'm going to, we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to wrap the yarn around our hook, go through 2, wrap around, and go through 2. We're going to do that again. Wrap the yarn around our hook, go into that chain, pull up a loop. You've got 3 on your hook, and wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. One more time, wrap around, go into that chain, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, wrap around, bring through 2, wrap around, bring through 2. And I will meet you at the last chain. All right, so I am at the end of our row here. So we've got that last chain. I'm going to wrap my yarn around, go in that last chain there, bring up a loop. Got 3 loops on my hook, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. All right, so then we're going to chain 3 to bring up the height of the stitches for the next row. It's 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to try and keep that loose because that is, we are going to be working into those chains on the return pass there. So we're going to turn our work. All right, so remember this chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. So if you were to look at the stitches here, you see that this would be the first section that we would work into. That's our first stitch from the previous row, but we are going to skip that because this chain 3 is our mock double crochet. So that's standing in place of a double crochet that would go there. So we're going to skip over to this stitch here. Wrap around my hook, go into that second stitch there. Remember skipping that one, going into this one, wrap around, bring up a loop, wrap around, bring through 2, wrap around, bring through 2. All right, and we also have to mark this chain 3 at the third chain up there. We're going to mark that so that we can make sure that we do not miss it on our way through. It's very easy to miss these stitches if we do not mark them. So that's why it's super important. I always like to do it after the first stitch that I make. So that is on the top chain, the third chain of that chain 3 that we made our mock double crochet there. All right, and we're going to work all the way across. Okay, we have our last stitch here, the one with the stitch marker in it. That was the top of our chain 3 from that previous row. So we are going to work into that like a normal stitch. Where we have that stitch marker there, we might need to wiggle it a little bit to give it a little bit more space for our hook to get into, but that is where we're going to put our stitch. So we're going to wrap our yarn around. I'm going to take the stitch marker out. I can still see where that space is right there, so I'm going to put my hook into that space. Might be a little snug, just wiggle it through. All right, so we pull up a loop. We've got 3 loops on our hook. Wrap around, bring through 2, wrap around, bring through 2. So we have completed 2 rows there. Like that. I like to straighten everything out there. All right, so you see how these rows are going up straight on the sides. When you do not, when you don't count those chain 3 spaces as its own stitch, it ends up looking like this. See how it looks like it's almost scalloped on the ends? That chain 3 causes these little bumps on the side instead of like this one that's straight on the sides. I know this one is looking a little funny, but it'll look straight. But that is why you want to count your chain 3 as a stitch, because look at this one has 26. So that is 26. It ends up being 26 stitches instead of the 25 that we wanted. Because this one is the 25 because the chain 3 on the side equals a double crochet for us. That mock double is what we're saying, that fake double. So I'm going to do a chain 3 and turn with you one more time so you can see that one more time. So 1, 2, chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and turn. And I'm going to, even if you wanted to, this might be easier. If you want to mark your third chain before you do your next stitch, that might even be easier for you. So let's try it that way and see if that works better. There's 1, 2, 3. That's your third chain. And if you've noticed, there is a tiny little loop on the back of that chain that we're just going to slip through the stitch marker underneath that little V shape of the chain and in between that back loop there. So we are all nice and secure there. So our third chain is marked like that. That might even be easier than trying to find that top chain like we did earlier. So now we're going to wrap our yarn around, and remember the second stitch is where we're going to work because that first one is in place, that chain 3 is in place of that first one. See how it lays over it like that nicely? We're going to go into that second one for our next double. Wrap around. Okay, so I am going to finish my square with the double crochets, and I will meet you back when we are tying off our square. Okay, we are all finished with our double crochet square. So we've got this one all done. It's so pretty. Going to trim that off. All right, so we're going to make a chain right there and pull it all the way through, and then just pull that tight there so it's a little knot, nice and secure. And so pretty color too. All right, going to sew in my ends. I know I asked this with our last stitch, our half double crochet, but I'd like to hear after you learned this stitch, which one is your favorite out of the 3 that we've learned so far? The single crochet, half double crochet, or the double crochet? You can see that because the stitches are taller with the double crochet, it works up a lot faster, and the stitches are taller, so you need less of them than the single crochet and the half double crochet. I still think that half double is my favorite. I don't know why. I feel like it flows smoother. I don't know. Maybe I feel like it's less work than the double. So I'd love to hear from you on what stitch you like the most so far and what it is that you've been working on. Have you just been working on squares, Or have you been working on a project like a scarf or a gift or something like that? I'd love to hear what it is that you've been making and how everything has been going. All right. And I just want to do a quick look at the 3 that we have done so far. So that's our double. We've got our half double. And our single. So let me know how everything's going and which one of these you like the most so far. Can't wait to hear from you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.